Welcome back to the Daily Stack. Today, it's September 20th, 2025. This is not financial advice. If you think it is, you probably also let your horoscope pick your investments. Mercury's in retrograde. Better short Ethereum. Don't do it. Today's story isn't 3 headlines. It's one current running straight through crypto. Rate cuts, ETFs, and stablecoins. They're not separate. They're feeding into each other, forming a feedback loop that could define the next leg of this market. Let's stack it.
Charts, hum melodies, candles and crescendo. Sheet music flipping every tick a memento. Bitcoin's a standard, shining like a brass band. Gold in the ledger, got the world in its hand.
The spark. Rate cuts and Bitcoin's run. The talk of the week is the Federal Reserve. Investors are betting on rate cuts, and that changes the entire mood of markets. Money is like water behind a dam. High interest rates lock the gates, holding liquidity back. When rates drop, the gates swing open. And that's when water rushes downhill looking for pools. Crypto sits right in the path. Bitcoin is the first basin to fill. That's why it's up more than 4% this week, trading near $116,000. But it's more than price action. Rate cuts flip the psychology of investors. When money feels cheaper, people go hunting for upside. Safe bonds feel boring. Conservative funds lose their shine. And it's like walking into a buffet. If everything costs the same, who fills up on plain bread? You grab steak, the sushi, and yeah, maybe even that questionable crab rangoon. Bitcoin is that sushi platter, flashy, exotic, and too tempting to pass up. We've seen what cheap money can do before. Previously, when rate cuts dropped to zero and stimulus checks landed, people YOLO'd into Robinhood trades and Dogecoin. Back then it was chaotic, apps crashed, meme coins flew. The plumbing wasn't ready, but this time is different. The same flood of liquidity is lining up, but now there's infrastructure to catch it. The amplifier? ETFs and corporate treasuries. If rate cuts are the spark, this is the amplifier. Spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs have become the bridge between the old world and the new. Investors who never touch a wallet or memorize a seed phrase can now click buy in their brokerage account. Owning Bitcoin has gone from a hacker's hobby to something your dad can casually mention at Thanksgiving without getting laughed at. These ETFs matter because they're simple, regulated, and familiar. They take away excuses. That's basically a vending machine for crypto exposure. Insert dollars. Get Bitcoin in your portfolio, and the flows show it's working. Then there's corporations. There's no longer just buying a little Bitcoin as a hedge. They're raising capital specifically to buy crypto. Imagine being in a boardroom where a CFO says, "Should we expand into a new market?" And the CEO answers, "Nah, let's buy 10,000 Bitcoin instead." And instead of the room laughing, the shareholders nod. There's a complete rewiring of corporate behavior. Cheaper money makes this shift easier. Borrow at 8% and it looks reckless. Borrow at 4% and funnel into Bitcoin ETFs, and suddenly it looks strategic. Rate cuts open the door, ETFs hold it wide open, and treasuries walk right through carrying bags of cash. Remember when people dumped their stimulus checks into meme coins? This time, it's not retail doing it for laughs. It's corporations and institutions doing it with board approval. Same energy, but scaled up, and much harder to dismiss. The payoff? Stablecoins and payments. All that money entering crypto has to move somewhere. That's where stablecoins and payments show up, turning theory into reality. PayPal expanding crypto transfers makes it feel normal, almost boring. That's the trick. Adoption sneaks in quietly one day, and everyone's using it. It's like when Starbucks added oat milk. At first, it felt niche. Then suddenly, it was the default order. Tether rolling out USAT, a US-regulated stablecoin, is another shift. Stablecoins aren't staying in the shadows anymore. They're stepping into the spotlight, regulated and competing for legitimacy in mainstream finance. And then there's Google. Its new AI-driven payments protocol lets software agents pay each other in stablecoin without human interaction. That's the start of a machine economy. Your car pays the charging station on its own. Your fridge orders groceries automatically. Your AI assistant tips another AI assistant finishing a task. That's money moving at machine speed, 24/7. This is why stablecoins matter so much. Bitcoin might grab the headlines, but stablecoins are the plumbing. They're the pipes underneath the streets that carry the value. They're what makes the system functional, not speculative. Here's the catch. People won't even realize they're using them. Just like nobody thinks about internet protocols when they open Instagram. Nobody will think about stablecoins when their PayPal transfer clears instantly. Adoption won't arrive with a bang. It'll creep in until one day it's just normal. So zoom out. The Fed makes money cheaper. That's the spark. Liquidity gushes out, and Bitcoin sprints first. ETF and treasuries act as an amplifier, legitimizing, scaling, and channeling those flows. Stablecoins and payments are the payoff, turning capital into actual utility, making the system run in real time. It's a cycle. Each part feeds the next. Rate cuts feed liquidity, ETFs channel it, stablecoins move it. That creates more legitimacy, which attracts more money, which makes stablecoin use more viable. Round and round it goes. Think of it like a music festival. The Fed is the promoter when the tickets drop, the ETFs are the main stage that gets the crowd through the gates, and stablecoins are the food trucks and water stations that keep people around all weekend. You need all three to make it even last. And here's the kicker. This time, it's not just retail trying to keep the party going with meme trades. It's institutions, corporations, and payment giants laying down permanent infrastructure. What was once chaos is now a coordinated system. The same forces that made Dogecoin moon back in 2020 are now fueling ETFs, treasuries, and stablecoin rails. The punchline? Crypto's not risky anymore. It's becoming normal. When your grandma casually says, "I sent you $20 in a stablecoin," that's when you'll know the shift is complete. And honestly, we're closer than most people think. And that brings us to the tip of the day. Don't just watch candles. Everyone freaks out when Bitcoin jumps $1,000. That's noise. The signal is the rails. Who's building the bridges? Who's laying the pipes? Who's making the money flow easier? Price is the shadow on the wall. Utility is what's casting it. So here's the whole story in one line. Liquidity is coming, institutions are ready, and stablecoins are making it useful. This isn't three disconnected headlines. It's one loop. Spark, amplifier, payoff. Rate cuts, ETFs, stablecoins. They're not just moving the market, they're reshaping it. Only ever click the official hardware link in the episode description. Skip Discord promos, Twitter DMs, or meme giveaway hypes. Your keys remain sacred. Stack smart, stack daily, and I'll see you DJs tomorrow.
The rhythm of the block.